Did you know Bond students have been in every Olympics since '92? How do they do it? Bond is known for its prowess in the sporting domain. With incredible facilities throughout campus, it means you can easily transition from this to this. Sport is alive and well at Bond University.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bond University QAFLW finals action, coming to you live from Frank Hours Reserve between the Southport Sharks and the Aspley Hornets. Thanks to our partners at Double Take Sports and the AFL Queensland YouTube channel. I'm just going to quickly introduce the umpires on the list today. Field umpires: Mitchell Blashik, Justin Lillycrap, Imogen Richards, Nate Wooding and Hayden McLennan. Good luck to the umpires in green this afternoon. My name's Kane Breen. I'm joined in the combox Southport's QAFLW's very own Sky Burgess. Welcome, Sky.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad. Beautiful day for footy, isn't it? Can't complain.
It is great. 22 degrees and the sun is out. I will say, though, this wind does seem to be a bit of an issue for the reserves girls. So, you know, it was interesting sitting down there and listening to the senior girls talking about it. So they've watched how the reserves went and they know what they're dealing with now. Well,
the Southport reserves got up by a solitary point in the end, which is a massive win for them. Congratulations to the reserves girls. Hopefully the seniors can repeat what they were able to accomplish. It's a massive game. Positions 1 and 2 on the ladder. They've only lost 4 games between them all season long, these two sides, and Aspley coming off that grand final. Unfortunately they lost last year to Bond Uni, but sets up a massive opportunity here to go straight through to a grand final.
It's nothing like a grand final loss to inspire you, doesn't it? If that doesn't get them revved up for today, I don't know what else will.
No, you're definitely right there. And not a lot of changes. I think you were talking to me about there was, 10 missing out of the reserve side?
Yeah, roughly 10 girls that got dropped out this week. You know, we do have a really large squad. You know, when you've got so many academy girls in it, you have to have that depth in the squad so that when they do go out, you're not stranded. So, yeah, we have a really big list, and unfortunately that does mean when it gets to the pointy end of the year and everyone wants to play, everyone's always available for finals, that some do miss out. But you'll see over the board today, reserves and the senior girls, there is some serious talent.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, I looked through some stats during the week and you see the same couple of names from both these sides really right on top of the stat sheets. I mean, the likes of Stephanie O'Brien and Madeline White, players like that coming from Southport, they just dominated the season as far as the stats are concerned. Leading goal kicker Madeline Baldwin's got 25. Dakota Barron, an absolute A-grade talent, with 18 on the other side. Jessica Stellard's got 32, and actually leading the goal kicking for the QAFLW this season. And you also, I mean, the likes of Louise Tyson, Jessica Dorey, and I'm literally looking at the same two names all the way down the list, just dominating the stat sheet. So for either side, they've really got to try and curtail those couple of girls' influences during the day, try and shut them down, gives them the best chance of getting a win on the board.
And the finals time is really interesting, isn't it? When you do have those repeat names and you know who the top end are for both grade, it almost comes down a little bit to coaching that comes finals times. Like, who's been doing their homework? Who knows what to cover? Will we see some tags today?
Oh, geez. It does come down to that midfield battle, doesn't it? Gain first possession of the footy and who can dominate the field position early on, especially finals. You can't necessarily win a final in the early stages, but you can definitely lose it. So the first couple of possessions, it's going to be hot in the kitchen today. That wind's starting to pick up again. Looks like the cloud cover's getting pushed away, which is a good sign. I thought it might rain a little bit later on this afternoon. Hopefully we get to skip that. But I tell you what, Sky, who's your tip for this afternoon? Here you go. Question without notice.
I think I'd get shot without picking Southport, and I believe that they will get the chocolates anyway.
Oh, well, a berth in the grand final in a couple of weeks' time, up for grabs for the winner. For the loser, they'll be playing the winner out Bond Uni and Cooperoo, which we'll keep track of during the call this afternoon. But here we go, first ball up. No one can be a clear winner on that occasion. Aspley win possession, but instantly shut down. First stoppage of the afternoon. Plenty on the line here this afternoon. Hope you're tuning in wherever you are watching this afternoon. This is going to be a massive game. Aspley trying to win possession again. Good numbers there from the Sharks, shutting that play down. Not a lot. Pretty much one-on-ones all over the ground. Pretty widespread ground is Frank Hours Reserve. Plenty of space if you know where to kick the ball. Play continues now. Aspley, they've turned it over to Southport. Kick inside 50, 1-on-1. Gets over the back. Oh, just about gets legged. Play on, says the umpire. Ball rolls out. Hang on. Umpire's found a free kick.
It could be any one of three things, I think.
Injured player. It was pretty close to getting legged. I'm pretty sure I spotted that. Running into an open goal. Little ankle tap. So it's probably going to be a free kick. Umpire finally picked up on it.
That's going to be a big loss if Taylor Gregory is hurt. She is an absolute staple in the Southport side. So hopefully she can just walk it off. She's going to go back and attempt to have the shot.
Deputy Vice Captain for the Sharks this season. Umpires also sponsored by Bradenham Windows and Doors. Major sponsor of the umpires for both QAFL and the Bond University QAFLW. So, first set shot on goal is going to go to the Sharks. The Deputy Vice Captain, Taylor Gregory, comes in. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. That's the first goal of the game going to the Sharks, and they get the early lead.
Free kicks are such an important part of finals time, aren't they? If you're given a free kick away that close to the goal line, goals are going to be really hard to come by today, so Aspley will be kicking themselves with that.
Geez, one-on-one all over the ground, and what we found there too, it was almost like Pagan's paddock. The ball got over the back, so much room, no one going the goal line, and unfortunately just gave really had no choice there but to give the free kick away.
You got to give props to both teams though. They really held their ground, didn't they? Like you said, it was one-on-one, and they had the discipline to hold their positioning and not get sucked into the ball.
No, you've got to get front and centre in those sort of situations. So, ball back in the middle. Players go up. Southport win the tap out. Going to get the clearance as well. That kick inside 50. Players fly. Again, the ball gets over the back. Aspley look like they're going to get the spare number. Kick off the ground, rolling towards the boundary line. That ball's going to stay in though. That looked like Abby
Blue
Pools.
Did she? It almost looked like she kicked it out on the full, didn't she?
No, you're definitely right there.
The umpire has not pulled it up though, so very lucky for the Sharks.
The umpire's got blindsided on that situation, I think. I'm going to be standing for this. And here we go. Ball's going to get thrown back in. Ruckman about to go up. Brings the ball to the front. Aspley, though, looking to clear. Kicks up this broadcast side wing. They've got a couple of... It's one-on-ones, really, but at the moment, Aspley attacking the footy well. Ball still rolling around. Southport intercept. Kick the ball right into the middle of the ground. Kicking that far side wing. Got a spare player out there. That's a good mark in the end, going to Megan Fogus. Now, where's the next kick going? That's the main question. Going to go out wide. One-on-ones again. Ball gets over the back. Good contest work from both sides. Keeping the ball in front. 2-on-1. The one wins out. That little short kick. Dropped the mug. Probably should have taken from Fogus. Ball still rolling around. Plenty of numbers around this contest. Good laying, solid tackle. Get the handball out. Got to be clean with the possession, which Aspley wasn't on that occasion. Southport looking to go back inside 50, but they've turned the ball over. Look at the space. No one in front of her for Aspley. And unfortunately, been picked up for running too far. That looked like it was Isabella McDonough.
It did. She had a good run, didn't she? She just had no support from the forwards, unfortunately. Absolutely nowhere to go and forced that error. And
again, you look up and all of a sudden, all you see is Southport jumpers. You're not quite sure where to go next. That big booming kick for Southport. Back inside, tagging 50. Tried to get the handball out. Aspley intercept. Oh, that's not the best of handballs. Put the teammate under immense pressure. Again, a little bit fumbly early. Oh, crash, bang, trying to break through the pack. Aspley again win possession of the footy. Here we go. Good setup behind the footy. Again, drop the mark that probably should have taken. They'd want that possession back. Another stoppage right in front of us here in the broadcast area. Southport leading by solitary goal. Early stages of the first quarter. About 5 minutes played. Again, ball just rolling around. That's okay. That ball's not going to go anywhere, though. That wind's picking up here, blowing straight into our faces in this broadcast side. The ball's going to be drifting to this side of the ground for most of the day, I'd say. Aspley again win possession. That little hack kick, not the best. Southport intercept, looking to run and carry. Kick towards half forward. Oh, good pick up there. Handball back inside. That kick on goal is going to get pushed to the left, though. Minus score.
That was very interesting. Tian Browning for Southport. She was actually a spare floating across the middle of the ground, then picked it up cleanly and was able to turn it over for Southport. So Aspley maybe just need to be doing a bit of a head check back there, or maybe they're letting her go.
Geez, you got to be tight checked on the likes of Dakota Barron.
Yeah.
She'll kick those 9 times out of 10. Unfortunately, that was the one time she missed. The ball's going to be going right to left on this side of the ground. Again, players come together. Good contest work from both sides. Speaking of Dakota Barron, pushes the Aspley player over the boundary line. Boundary throw in. Nice little crowd building here at Frank Hauser Reserve as well. Plenty of interest in this contest. Ball gets thrown back in. Not the best throw in. Drops a little bit short. Southport win first possession again. Good smother there by Aspley. Got to try and get some run and carry going. Hack kick down this broadcast side wing. Comes off the shin of a Southport player. Wins possession again. Handball back in board. There's been a couple of players from Southport with a few possessions early. Oh, sold a bit of candy there. Kick back inside attacking 50. Kicks the hot spot. Looks like Aspley's going to cut it off though. Drops the mark. Now they're under immense pressure. 2-on-1 in favour of the Sharks. Cuts back inside. Right foot kick. There's a goal.
Absolutely sold the candy, didn't she? That was phenomenal work. I was thinking she was way too tight up into the line then. So to sell that and get back around and have a snap, that was absolutely amazing work by Alana Welsh.
And all of a sudden you set up that 2-on-1. You know, it was a 2-on-2. Put the body on the line. All of a sudden becomes a 2-on-1. And sets up an opportunity to kick a goal. So great defensive pressure there coming from the Southport forwards.
And I do have to mention that was turned over at half field by the Southport spare again. If I was the Aspley coach, I would be maybe questioning setup.
No, they were set up beautifully behind the footy. They just built that wall across the middle of the ground and launched the ball back inside attacking 50. So that's 2-1-13. Aspley yet to score. Ball went back in the middle. Southport looked to clear from half back. Ball rolling again. Ends up in the hands of O'Brien. O'Brien kicks the ball to half forward. Good pick up there. Kicks into the corridor. Ball just rolling around. Oh, front and centre. Great tackle by Aspley, though. Play on, says the umpire. Another great tackle. That is holding the ball, says the umpire. Free kick to Southport, 25 out on a slide angle.
I do have to say, Aspley's Tiana Erst, that was great work on Dakota Barron. She's not an easy person to take the ball away from. Dakota's normally marking those quite strong in the air, so to nullify that contest, she did really, really well. Just unfortunate she didn't have much support there and got run down.
And being able to bring the ball to ground, that's a massive, massive plus for Aspley if they can do that coming out of defensive 50. But it sets up a shot on goal. This is Alana Welsh to increase the lead.
For 2 in a row.
This is 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Kicks towards goal. Look at that for a finish. Great effort there.
3 already.
3 goals to nil. Four shots on goal to nothing. Early stages of this first quarter, and the Sharks are dominating.
If you're Aspley coach, what are you thinking right now? We did see this happen in the reserves, though. They are kicking with the breeze, so there was a little bit of control of the ball when they're kicking with the breeze, and then obviously next quarter the other team was able to turn it around. So you're almost just trying to nullify that scoring with when they have the wind. It's
good coming off halfback too, being on that far side. And then bring the ball back into the corridor. You're allowing the wind to give you a bit of help there.
It carries it, doesn't it?
Definitely does. Welsh has got a couple early for the Sharks. Ball rolling around. Here's a chance for Aspley. Got the handball out. Kick inside attacking 50. But again, the setup from the Sharks down back behind the footy is very well done early stages. Kicks it out wide. That was okay. That looks like that spare was that was Kaylee Kimber on that occasion who cut that one off. As play continues down that far side wing, Aspley have got the extra number here at the contest, trying to handball it off. Back into the corridor. Here's a chance to go back inside, attacking 50, one-on-one. Couldn't take the mark. Ball gets over the back again. They've got the extra number there, but Southport way too good as far as skills are concerned on that occasion. Kicks the ball out wide, ball rolling around. Keeping the ball in front of them. That's great play. They've got a little bit of an overlap if they're good enough, Southport. Aspley player dives on the footy. Umpire says, give it to me. Another stoppage right in front of us here on the broadcast side.
Steph O'Brien from the Sharks came straight off the bench then. It's a shame the kick to her wasn't a little bit better and a bit further out in the wing into space. She would have been out.
She's had a very good start to this game, Steph O'Brien. She went off for a quick rest. Now, what have we found there? Free kick, holding the ball, says the umpire. Oh, play on at all costs. Kick to half forward. Again, they've got a spare player in a little bit of space. Ball just held up there. Can they get the ball out? I don't think that ball's going anywhere. Right on the 50-metre arc, heading towards Southport's goal. Gee, 3 goals to nothing. Early stages. Just tick over 11 and a half minutes played. Aspley's going to start winning some possession in some open space. That head kick to this broadcast side wing. Here's the space we were talking about. What's going to happen here? Try to get on the left foot there. Number 34, that was McDonough again. She's had a good start for the Hornets. Tackled without possession. Umpire says play on. The tackling pressure has been good from both sides early. Just Southport a bit more polish, I'd say, in the early stages. That tap work was great. Back inside the corridor. Got to be clean here. Great tackle there.
Maddie Watt, she is an absolute beast. That's one of her strengths. Her tackling numbers are always off the chart.
She's had 87 tackles this season so far. 87. That is a ridiculous stat. As play continues, Southport with the outnumber. Steps back inside is good. That kick to her, towards half forward. A bit of space. Looks like Barron's down there for the Sharks. Gets held up right in front of the boundary line. Right on the 50-metre arc again. Ball gets thrown up. Here's a chance for Watt again. Just overran the footy. Aspley looking to clear. Oh, good position play there. That was Kimber again. She's been setting up beautifully behind the footy today.
State League player. She's extremely strong.
Kimber kicks towards half forward. Aspley again. Win the ball back. That wind is blowing a gale at the moment. Good luck to Aspley trying to kick into it. The ball's just about going to go backwards at this stage. That's not a bad kick down, though, down the broadcast side wing. Couple of Southport players cut each other off. Umpires found a push in the back. Free kick. That's going to go to Priest.
You're right. They didn't really communicate there, did they? The Southport players. They had 2 tolls both go up for it.
But they got away with that one. Free kick back to the Sharks. They're dominating possession at the moment. Aspley, got to try and win some possession now. Oh, players come together again. Beautiful tackling there by the Sharks. Dakota Barron, well done.
That's what's great about today is both teams are well renowned for being Bulldogs. They're both very physical style players, so it's great to see it come up head to head.
Who's at the bottom of that pack? That was crazy. Crazy brave there. Here's a chance for the Hornets. And again, guess who's behind the footy? Great intercept mark there. That's Kimber again. She's probably taken 4 or 5 marks early stages. Ball rolling around half forward for the Sharks. Again, look at the pressure come. That's great defensive effort by the Sharks to lock that ball in. And they've still got that spare behind the footy, the Sharks.
Oh, sorry, as the umpire just went tripped over and went backwards.
Broken ankles, there we go for the umpire. Play continues. That ball's not going anywhere. Still hovering around the centre half forward. True centre half forward for the Southport Sharks. Ball gets thrown up again. Ball comes to the front. No one's winning clean possession at the moment. Look at the players come together. This is brilliant work from both sides. Aspley got a little bit of an overlap going. They've got the run and carry. That hat kick. That ball's gone over the back. Kimber's there again for the Sharks. Intercept Queen at the moment. Ball kicked towards the boundary line. 1-on-1. Who's going to win this foot race? No one. The ball beats them both over the boundary line.
It was better by Aspley, wasn't it? They got that run. They just didn't have the representation deep to finish off, but that just goes to show Southport's work rate. Like, they're getting numbers everywhere. You think, oh, there's numbers there, they're doing well there, but they're everywhere, so they're putting in the work rate to get round to where the ball is.
No, you're definitely right there. Trying to tap the ball over the back. Again, that little hack kick towards the boundary line. I'm pretty sure that's going to stay in, though. It's a 2-on-1. Aspley's got to talk, and the ball just dribbles over. Every time Aspley seemed to get some sort of advantage, the ball bounces the wrong way.
You do have those days in footy where it's just not your day.
You don't want it early stages of a
final
of a qualifying final for a spot in the grand final, that's for sure. That handball wasn't great. Again, Aspley win possession, playing in front. This girl is best on ground for me at the moment. She is dominating Kimber. They've got the spare now, though, Aspley behind the ball as well. But guess who? Guess who it is? Number 7. That's Stephanie O'Brien. Kick to half forward. Good mark taken. Can go quickly, the deputy vice captain in Gregory. No, she's decided to hold the ball up. She's probably about 40 out. Decides to go to the hot spot. It's a 3-on-1 in favour of the Hornets, though. It's a 4-on-1, actually. Right on the goal line. Don't want to push it over. That hat kick's not great. Ends up in the hands.
Alana Welsh.
Lana Welsh again.
They want to have it.
Lining up for goal number 3. Well, again, it's almost that perceived pressure, isn't it, Sky? Like, as soon as they get the win possession, Aspley, they're just getting the ball on boot, and Southport are just so well set up behind the footy. Yeah. They're cutting it off at will at the moment.
They just seem to have the composure that Aspley are lacking at the moment, but it's first quarter in a final. Those jitters are always there.
Welsh, look at that ball come back beautifully. There's another one. 4-1-25. Aspley yet to score. Well, I wasn't quite sure if this was going to be the margin early stages of this contest. Just a tick under 18 minutes played.
So that's 3 for Welsh now as well in the first quarter. It's impressive for a young player. She just positions herself perfectly, doesn't she? Yeah. Whether it's on the defensive side or offensive side, she was set up beautifully, just building that wall. Knew that hack kick was just going to come out quick. Perfect position and a great set shot at goal. 3 goals out of the 4 has gone to Welsh. Now, what do Aspley do here? Back in the middle of the ground. Got to win some clean possession. They can't again on that occasion. They're hunting in packs, the Sharks. Ball rolling around. How did that ball come out? Umpire comes in. Another stoppage. It's interesting that Aspley forwards seem to be holding their position a lot more instead of pushing up the ground. So perhaps a message has gone out and just said, trust your midfield to do their thing.
Speaking of hitting the pack, kicks to half forward. Look at the space here. Aspley surely has to score. Gets back on the right foot. Great smother there by the Sharks, though. Great defensive effort. Ball rolling around. It's still a 3-on-1. And guess what? The one from the Sharks was able to lock that ball in at half-back.
That was much better by Aspley, wasn't it? They got it out the midfield. The forwards were there, representation to do their job.
Rihanna Ship, the captain, surprise, surprise, beat 4 of them to lock that ball up. They were out and running, the Hornets. Got the handball back. Again, got to be clean here. Playing in front. Could have been a push in the back. Play on, says the umpire. Again, the 1%ers are dominating for the Sharks at the moment. Now they've got a bit of space to move. That short kick hits the
Vice captain.
Gregory, thank you very much.
I knew you knew.
Kicks the ball out wide. She's had a ton of the ball in the first quarter, Gregory. Again, they're playing the dimensions of the ground very well at the moment, the home side. Aspley's got the spare number. Trying to find a teammate. That's okay on the far side there. That's ended up in the hands of Anna van de Wiel. Hopefully I pronounced that right. That's going to stuff me up all afternoon. As play continues, again, Aspley win possession. Playing in front of the Sharks, though. Got to try and lock this ball up here, the Hornets. Good defensive pressure there. Force the ball out of bounds. Just between wing and half forward for the Hornets. 4-1-25. Aspley yet to score. Tick over 20 minutes played in the first quarter.
The girls are playing time on for finals, which they have not done all year. So, again, that's another test of fitness that they're not used to. Again,
the Sharks win possession behind the contest. That wasn't a bad kick. Steps back inside. That could be on the ball. Play on, says the umpire. They got a spare teammate. That's not the best of kicks, though, to half forward. That's cut off on the last line. This play continues. Got called to play on. Not the best attempt at mark. Instantly turns it over. Here's a chance for the Sharks. Kicks to the hot spot. Guess who?
Maddie Baldwin, absolute superstar.
Maddie Baldwin. Jeez. The leading goal kicker for the Sharks this year with 25. Great lead out from full forward. Playing in front. Once you stretch out those hands too, it's so hard to stop for a defender. Comes in. Right foot kick for the Sharks. 5th goal. It's there.
That's a decent-sized kick too. She was straight in front, but probably 35, would say almost 40 metres out. So we know the girls not quite able to kick as far as the men. So to see someone slot it through straight through that far out, it just shows what a calibre of player she is.
That goal umpire did not have to move an inch. That ball went silent over their head. And again, 6 scoring shots to nothing. 5-1-31. The Sharks leading. Aspley yet to score.
They really just need a goal, don't they? Just something to get that momentum switching, or a little bit of enthusiasm amongst the group.
Something positive to go into quarter time. Aspley's got to win possession here. And guess who? Sharks get the clearance again. Oh, up she goes!
What a mark.
Dakota Barrett!
She is well known for that. Well, did I not say earlier about her marking ability?
And look at the kick!
And hits up Taylor Gregory straight in front. She is an absolute superstar.
Well, again, when the likes of Dakota Barron, when you can leap like that off one step, good luck for any opposition. You're not stopping that.
She did. She got Rising Star nominee very early on in the year.
Surprise again. The win picks up. Gregory launches the ball high. Oh, that got to the goal line. Didn't miss by much. Minor score. 5-2-32. Aspley, again, yet to score. 23.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Kick out wide's okay. They don't want to get stuck on this side of the ground. Kick up the line. Finds a teammate. Just looking at the list here. Number 5, Pengelly. And that's gone out on the full. Again, you don't want to get stuck on this side of the ground. That wind's going to be shocking all day. Southport looking to go back into attack. This is Emma Suckling. She's going to launch this, try and get it as close to the corridor as she can, which she does. But it's a 3-on-1 in favour of the Hornets. And that gets cut off on the last line by McNaughton. McNaughton, not a bad kick. Gave her plenty of air time, which gave the Sharks a chance to cut it off. Here's a chance to go back inside into attack. But on the last line too, gets over the back. Probably should have tried to mark it. Wins possession back though. Good effort by the Aspley defence. They're right under the pump. Kicks, finds a teammate. No, it doesn't. Ends up in the hands of Welch. She's kicked 3 already. But that kick gets cut off again by the Aspley defence.
That was a tricky one for Aspley down here, stuck in the corner, because you kick straight down the line, the wind's going to blow you out.
Oh, here's a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, 50.
50-metre penalty. That lets the pressure gauge off just a little. Here's a chance going into quarter time. Can they maintain some possession, get a little bit of run and carry going? That's a pretty good kick. Looks like hung. As the siren goes, quarter time here for the Bond Uni.
And their coach, Aspley, did not waste any time getting out onto the field. He's going to have a lot to say to his players, I think.
Bond Uni QAFLW qualifying final between the number 1 and number 2 sides this season. Southport and Aspley. Southport's come out of the blocks firing 5-2-32. Aspley yet to score. Just quickly go through some goal kickers. Got Alana Welsh, who's kicked 3 already. You got Gregory, who's got 1, and Baldwin got 1. Unfortunately, no goal kickers to report for the Hornets. And you're definitely right there, Sky. Look at the Aspley huddle at the moment. The Sharks.
I don't even think the siren had gone. He started walking out there, the Aspley coach. So, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of a boot up the backside, you know, get your players revved up, get them fighting for it, because they just seem to have been taking a little bit of a back seat almost. Like, yes, Southport were playing well, but I don't think we're seeing Aspley their usual selves either.
No, well, the Sharks again come out of the blocks red hot early, 5-2-32. Aspley yet to score. We're going to go to a quick break here. We'll be back for second quarter QAFLW action after the break. And welcome back to Frank Hauser Reserve for this finals clash, the Bond University QAFLW. And again, we'll say it again and again, Southport come out of the blocks red hot, 5-2-32, 32-point leaders. Aspley yet to score. My name's Kane Brown, still joined in the commentary box by Sky Burgess. And Sky, just quickly, what'd you think of that first quarter?
Very disappointing for Aspley. I mean, like, Southport, what can you do? They've got their young stars stepping up. They're playing an absolutely brilliant brand of football. We did see Aspley coach Luke Lackland pull them in for a, here we go.
Intercept here. Aspley looking to go into attack again. Fair bit of room to move. That snapshot back towards the goal square. Ball bounces on its end, rolls out of bounds, but you'd class it as a win if you're Aspley. Now they've just got to lock the ball in.
That's what I was about to say. We've seen Aspley coach Luke Lackland pull them in for a very long chat, so it will be interesting to see that the changes that they're going to make. And also they've got the wins now, so we might see a very different quarter.
Well, you'd probably think it was probably a 5 or 6 goal advantage, to be honest, with the way that wind was blowing to the left of screen to this side of the ground. Aspley, they'd love to get the first goal the second quarter. That ball gets tapped down back towards the boundary. Gets forced over. Another boundary throw in. They're set up pretty well one-on-ones. They've got a spare also a kick behind the play, which probably means Southport's got an extra at the contest, this boundary throw in. Ball's going to get thrown back in. Ball gets slightly to the back. Good pressure there. Locks that ball in.
And you'll notice in the meantime, Southport have rolled up a player onto that spare and then rolled up all their players so that now the spare is out the back. That's very smart work. That
forward press is working well for the Sharks. But it's with Aspley. But again, that ball's going to get forced towards that boundary line. Out on the full. So free kick is going to go to the Shark. Now, what's happened here? It's a free kick going to... No, that's what I thought. It's a free kick going to Southport on the last line.
Fake it till you make it, you know.
Oh, jeez. I thought, how do you get a free kick going to Aspley in that situation? Ball down the line. Southport. That run and carry's been pretty good early. Is that ball going to stay in? Yes, it does. Barron had a brilliant first quarter for the Sharks. Players dive on it. Umpire got the whistle in the mouth. Another stoppage right in front of us here. Now, straight away, like you said, Sky, Southport coaching staff will ride onto it quick, trying to match up on that spare kick behind the ball. So they're playing one-on-one. They're not going to allow Aspley to have a spare behind the footy. Smart coaching from the Sharks. Again, that wind's blowing an absolute gale at the moment. Ball comes to the front. Southport. Oh, great pick up there. Kick towards half forward. Playing in front. Couldn't take the mark on that occasion. That was Gregory again. Good tackle laid by the Hornets. Play on, says the umpire. Couldn't be clean on that occasion, though. The Hornets come away with it. Again, Southport set up well behind the footy.
There's that lack of composure you were speaking about. Aspley had 2 free players out here on the wing and just panicked and got it on the boot and didn't quite see that.
Suckling got the kick smothered. Aspley again looking to rebound. Got to be clean. Got the handball out towards the boundary line. That handball really was to no one. 3-on-1 in favour of the Sharks. Umpires found a free kick for too high. So that's going. That's Madeline Watt again. He's had a fair bit of the footy early in this contest as well. The stats showed she's been dominating the stat sheet. It showed in the first quarter. Watt. Where to go from here? Probably aim to kick it to the hot spot, which she does. All the numbers are with the Hornets, though. Now, where do they go? They had a couple of spare numbers. They look up the ground, and it's one-on-ones everywhere. Kick down the line. Oh, players come together. Ball gets over the back. Trying to crash through the pack. Got the handball out. Southport again. First onto it here. Good tackle by the Hornets, though. That's Watt again for the Sharks. Handball really to no one. Tried to tap it back out, find a teammate. Ball rolling around again. Watt again. In and under. Aspley got the rebound, though. Here's a chance. Takes a bounce. Not quite sure where to go. No one inside attacking 50. But guess who it is on the last line? Playing goalkeeper.
Selena Priest, she's got that experience.
Unfortunately, though, to cut you off, it's kicked it out in the full.
Ira was glowing her up, and she does that to me. No, but she's got great experience. You just read that coming down really well.
The commentator's curse. It is shocking. As soon as you give them a plug, it backfires on you. Aspley trying to get the first score for them for the day. Right on the boundary line here. This is Stallard, another up-and-coming talent. Comes in, right foot kick. Oh, look at that kick come back. Not going to get there, though. And guess who it is on the last line?
Georgia Davies, another absolute talent of the Sharks.
Georgia Davies on the last line. Good contested mark, and the Sharks are off and running. Ball could get over the back here. Aspley first onto it, though. But oh, geez, sold a bit of candy there. Don't worry about that. That's Welsh again. What's she doing up that far ground? This is Barron. Looks up. There's no one inside attacking 50 for the Sharks. Kicks the ball long to a 1-on-1. Got to get to the contest. Ball gets over the back. It's a 3-on-1. Who's going to win this battle? Oh, the Sharks come climbing. Oh, that hat kick towards goal. Comes off the side of the boot. Out of bounds. Geez, the closing speed from the Sharks, Sky, that's the thing I'm most impressed about in this early stages of this game. It was a 4-on-1 in favour of the Aspley defence, and all of a sudden, mountain of Sharks came across with like a wave, like a tsunami.
They flood in numbers. I think that's why they're hard to nullify, because not only are they strong, but they're speedy as well, which is very hard to go up against.
Hold the position until the ball's in a contested area, and that free kick's going to the Sharks. Just going to work out who this is.
With the ball, we've got Steph O'Brien.
Steph O'Brien.
Bit of confusion with the umpire there as to what that call was over. The Aspley girls look a little bit confused.
It might have been a shepherd off the ball. Just a bit of a block play from the Hornets, trying to close the space. But this is O'Brien. Had a pretty good start for the Sharks. O'Brien. Oh, look at that ball come back beautifully. They're on fire today, the Sharks. That's goal number 6. 6-2-38. 38-point leaders in this qualifying final. This is for a spot in the grand final, ladies and gents, and the Sharks are dominating. Just have a quick look at an updated score. In the other game this afternoon, Bond University, 3-3-21. Cooperoo, 1-1-7. The loser, that's all she wrote for season 2024. The winner will play the loser of this contest between the Sharks and the Hornets.
So there's only a point in that in quarter time. So Bond have obviously found their second wind.
Bit of mojo. As plays back in the middle again. Watt try to get the ball out. No, it's not Watt. That was Georgia Davies. Surprise, surprise. Don't know how I got that one mixed up. Players come together off the footy. Play on, says the umpire. That little hack kick towards half forward is good from the Hornets. There's plenty of space. Look at the lead from full forward. Gonna go there. Oh, play gets over the back. Got to be clean here to the Hornets. Got to lock the ball up. Good tackle laid. Been a little bit quieter. O'Flattery was there at the bottom of that pack for the Hornets. But again, plenty of numbers around this footy. You'd like to see the Hornets try and play a bit more one-on-one across the ground. And again, the Sharks come out of a bit of trouble. This is O'Brien again. Didn't get a good handball off, but lays a solid tackle. Ball hits the deck. Aspley again, desperately trying to win possession of the footy. Oh, look at the attack on the ball there. The Shark, though, left it behind. Ball gets locked up. About 70 out from the Sharks' goal. Aspley goal, sorry. Ball gets thrown up again. No clear winner in the ruck contest. Players are coming together. Oh, great intercept there by the Sharks. Left the ball behind, though. Aspley desperately trying to get another attacking 50 push. That ball's going to get held up, though. Still about 60 out from the Hornets' goal. Question without notice, Sky. If you were the coach of Aspley, what would you be doing at this stage? Just trying to eve up the contest. Oh, speaking of which, sorry. Hold you up there. That kick towards goal. Is that the first for them? Yes, it is.
Right, they needed that, didn't they? And you can hear their teammates. That really has riled them up. That's why they need that little bit of enthusiasm, just to momentum in the game.
I think it was Vanderweel, number 16, that just came crashing through the pack, one possession, and brought that ball back right to left beautifully. That's a bit of confidence for them. They've got their first on the board. Still trailing by 32 points, though. One straight kick 6 to 6-38.
Yeah, look, the one team I have seen make Southport question themselves was when they just went to one-on-one and took it to the basics, because then you're taking their structure away from them, which is what they do so well. But, yeah, like you said, when they've got depth of talent that are all playing this well, it's a bit hard to nullify, isn't it?
No, you're definitely right there, Sky, and that's the thing. Make that Southport defence have to make a decision. Don't just allow them to play their natural game and sit off the contest and intercept at will.
It's funny now, like, everything's so far along that there's all these different structures and setups and that sometimes when you do go back to one-on-one, people get frazzled.
No one likes to defend one-on-one. It's the last thing you want to be doing as a defender is being manned up one-on-one. Especially with the rules the way they are now. You lay a hand on a forward one-on-one.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Southport looking to clear this ball out of the middle of the ground. Ball still rolling around, but it's Aspley on this occasion. They've got the spare back of the Sharks. Shocking bounce of the ball. Ends up with O'Flaherty. That kick towards goal. Not quite. Minor score. But you can just feel the momentum turning just slightly.
Yeah, it has, definitely. They're just getting that bit more possession and maybe, you know, the sting has come out of that game. At the start, you know, everyone's always hard at it, but now that the sting's come out, they're able to control it a little bit more.
They're starting to win a couple of 50-50s are the Hornets. That ball gets forced over the boundary line. Good defensive play there. That's Wapfara. Hopefully, again, the pronunciation. I do apologise to the viewers. This is the first game of QAFLW I've called all season. So I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to the players. As play continues, ball gets over the back of the ruck contest. Again, Aspley did well. Shut that play down. Abby Purples. Try to get that ball out. Again, Aspley. Oh, good defensive effort there. Good tackle by the Hornets. That's on the footy. Again, you can feel the momentum shifting just a little bit. This is Kawa for the Hornets. Numbers are getting back. Oh, got called to play on. And Barron was great with the smother. And again, the one percenters are coming first for the Sharks. They're putting the effort in, and then the possession game is coming from their hard work. It's good to see. Aspley decides to go back in the middle. Dangerous kick. It's a 2-on-1. It's a 3-on-1 in favour of the Sharks as they close down the space again. Got the handball out. Good tackling pressure from the Hornets. Here's an opportunity. Not the best of kicks. Gets intercepted across half-back, and now they're off and running other Sharks. Not the best of kicks, though. Sailed over the teammate's head. Back towards, oh, look out! Players come together. Great effort from both sides. Trying to find a teammate. Cross half forward. Can't win possession. Ball gets locked up. Players dive on it. That ball's not going anywhere. And I tell you what, that was a kamikaze. Players coming together. That could have been a train wreck.
It was heavy, wasn't it? There was about 3 girls coming from all different directions and no one pulled up whatsoever.
If people aren't a fan of Australian rules football, you've just got to watch this sort of a game. Oh, and guess who? Coming off the bench. Oh, Southport couldn't win possession. Now they've got possession. This is Barron. Not quite sure where to go. Not a lot of teammates in front of the ball. That kick inside towards the goal square. It's going to get cut off, though. It was a 3-on-1 in favour of the Hornets. And on that last line, she's been good this afternoon, has been McNaughton. Kick out wide. Finds Pengelly. Cross half back. Decide to go out a little bit wider. Dropped the mark, probably should have taken. Now it's turned into a 3-on-1 in favour of the Sharks. They've got a little bit of an overlap going. That kick towards full forward. Good contest between those two. Again, they've got the advantage here, but every time they seem to have an advantage, they fumble the footy, do the Hornets. And that ball gets forced over the boundary line. And there's a couple of players very slow to get up on that far side. Might have been a little bit of a head clash.
Speaking of sore players, we've just had Aspley's Emma McNaughton limping off as well, so she's just seeking some attention from the trainer. We will keep an eye on her.
Geez, McNaughton. She must have been part of that 4-car pile-up.
Possibly.
At centre-half forward. Everyone put so much bravery on the line. They say footy can sometimes be soft. Not today. As Aspley win a free kick across half back. Not quite sure where to go. Decides to kick in short. Oh, Sharks defending well. Here's a chance. Kick back to the hot spot. Players going to come together again. Ball comes to the front. Good front and centre there. Right into an open goal. Great smother by the Hornets. Great defensive effort. That was a Cern goal for the Sharks. Kicks down the line. Players going to come together. Look out. Trying to keep the ball in front. Good effort there by the Hornets.
They just have that grunt back, don't
Oh.
they? They've got that want for the ball that we like to see.
They've got that one for the contest as well. They're not worried about putting the body on the line to try and get back into this game. They're still trailing by 31 points. Tick over 5 goals.
It's very interesting. Aspley's McNaughton has ice on her knee. So when you see the ice come out, that doesn't tend to be a good thing. That's normally game over. But they are whipping out pads as well. So maybe they will send her back out. We'll keep you updated on that.
Well, she's been very good for the Hornets, considering the amount of ball that's going inside attacking 50 for the Sharks. Here's another opportunity. That ball's going to get held up with a breeze, though. Here's a chance for the Hornets to be off and running. This is number 14. This is Ernst. Doesn't really kick to the advantage of a teammate, but she's still running. Gets the ball on boot. Probably got tackled a little bit late there. Play on, says the umpire. That ball's going to get held up.
They have been letting it go a little bit today, the umpires, haven't they? They're not calling up too much. So when you're aware of that, it's kind of, you know, you can take the game on and really and challenge yourself knowing they might not call one thing or two.
They're breaking a number of tackles here, the Sharks, when in congestion. Again, a little bit of extra room to move. That's definitely kicking to the advantage of a teammate in Gregory. 1-on-1, attacking 50. Ball gets over the back. Here comes a foot race. Who's going to win this battle? Good defensive effort, trying to keep the ball in. Geez, that was Welsh again. Great defensive effort. Want to try and work out who that was for the Hornets. That was desperation. Trying to lock Welsh down. Aspley coming out from full back. Hits the target. That's okay. That's ended up in the hands of Perry. Perry handballs it off. They've got a little bit of run and carry going here to the Hornets. Pengelly kicking down the line. They're trying to get the ball to move quickly. That's Vanderweel, the only goal kicker for the Hornets this afternoon. It's going to go long. No, decides to go in short. That's a good kick.
That's an absolutely great passage of play by Aspley, wasn't it? They just found more room, found more spare players, take their time to see the available players down the field, and now it's inside their forward 50.
Well, O'Flaherty, hopefully, again, the pronouncement's a little bit tongue-twisted. This is goal number 2 for the quarter. Not quite sure where to go. Decides to play on. Gets on the left foot. Kicks to the pocket. Playing in front. Beautiful lead. Decided to play on. Not sure why. Got the handball off. Got back on the left foot. Was O'Flaherty. Kick to the goal square, but they got the spare number.
I am not sure why the choice
That's Seabin Ross on the last line.
Oh,
dangerous kick. Trying to find a teammate. Here's another opportunity. Good tackle laid. Could be in the back. No, says the umpire. That's holding the footy. And the Sharks get let off the hook again. But got called to play on. Holding the ball.
Oh, gosh. Ball and ball.
Jeez.
You
A couple of errors.
You can see the idea she had, just get it going, but she didn't realise there was a couple of Aspley players hot on her tail. And now to see McDonough with the ball, she's had a really good game, really good run, so it'd be excellent to see her get this goal.
Well, kicking into the teeth of the breeze, left foot. It's not going to get there. Right to the goal square. Who's front and centre for the Hornets? No one at the moment. The Sharks are trying to come out of trouble. Good rundown tackle. Look at the numbers for the Hornets behind the footy, though. It's about 6-on-1. Kick back inside. Attacking 50. Ball gets over the back. First onto it are the Sharks. Good handball off. Got the ball on boot. Up the ground, but gets intercepted. And that's Lanigan for the Hornets. Lanigan kicks out wide. That's Danich. Danich to half forward.
Excellent vision.
Finds Kawa. Kawa's been good on the stat sheet this year for the Hornets as well. That kick, 3-on-1, playing in front. Ball comes to the front. Ball gets locked up. Kick off the ground's okay from the Sharks, but now they're under the pressure. Oh, look at the tackle there from the Hornets. Ball still comes out somehow. Inside out top. Players not really talking there for the Hornets. Handball back inboard. Kick back inside attacking 50. They're peppering away at the Hornets. Ball drops. Mark is dropped. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Can't keep it in. And the defensive work from the Hornets forwards, it's gone up a notch in this quarter, hasn't it, Scott?
It's really changed the outcome of the game, hasn't it? Like, they're locking it in there. It's not just coming straight out.
Putting the defence of the Sharks under immense pressure. That ball dropped a little bit short. It's going to get recalled. The wind is playing havoc this afternoon. But the game set up well. They've stopped the bleeding, per se, in this second quarter. They've kicked 1 goal in this quarter, have the Sharks. Aspley got 1 as well. They got the spare number out the back. Kicks it in short. They're playing a bit smarter at the moment, are the Hornets. This kick's got to go long to the goal square. Again, though, it's a 2-on-1. Ball gets over the back. Siren goes. Half-time in the Bond University QAFLW qualifying final between Southport and Aspley. Southport 6-3-39 to Aspley 1-1-7. And Sky, what did you think quickly of that second quarter?
That was much better, wasn't it? Aspley just really brought that intensity and that grunt at the ball that we're used to seeing from them. And it was interesting to see how much it changed over the game, like that contested footy, much, much better. And then because of that, they were able to have that bit of composure, bit of confidence. Then they were able to hit up spares instead of just laying it on the boot, and it completely changed their game. So Coach would be happy with that, you would think. So it's going to be interesting to see how Southport come back to that. I know they've still got a giant lead, but you still don't want to let Aspley get that run on, get that confidence. They need to really knuckle down.
It's easier to chase a margin than it is to defend one, that's for sure. Well, we'll be back for third quarter QAFLW finals action coming to you live from Frank Gow's Oval after the main break.
Inside this building is a simulated hospital ward, a high-tech biomechanics lab, a commercial kitchen, and a whole virtual home. Let's explore the new Bond Institute of Health and Sport in just 61 seconds. This is the 12-bed simulation hospital ward. From day one, Bond students gain hands-on experience in allied health and exercise science. This is the Work Play Lab, which gives students the opportunity to provide occupational therapy for our youngest, while the Activities of Daily Living Lab simulates a full home environment, giving students the chance to practice mobility work with our wisest. From sprinting to golf swings, this track can track it. Using pressure sensors and high-speed cameras, it can analyze anything from age-related conditions to elite sports training. Wow. The kitchen lab has solar-powered sustainable cooking stations, giving postgrad nutrition and dietetic students access to commercial-grade equipment.
Thank you.
Why don't you come and check out the Bond Institute of Health and Sport for yourself? Did you know Bond students have been in every Olympics since '92? How do they do it? I've got 61 seconds to race you through the life of a student in the Bond Elite Sport program. Strap in. Bond is known for its prowess in the sporting domain, supporting student athletes like Mia. Student athletes have access to flexible study loads, adjusted academic requirements, and tutoring. The top tier of student athletes even receive funding to assist with their travel and competition costs. Bond also runs 4 high-performance sporting programs that field competitive teams. There's netball, rugby, AFL, and swimming. With incredible facilities throughout campus, it means you can easily transition from this to this. Whether it's producing world-class athletes or offering scholarships to high-achieving students every single year, sport is alive and well at Bond University.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Bond Uni QAFLW qualifying final action coming to you live from Frankhauser Reserve. It's the Southport Sharks still maintaining a pretty good lead, 6-3-39 to 117. My name's Kane Brand, still joined by Sky Burgess, and Sky just quickly, that second quarter was a bit better from the Hornets.
It was much better, wasn't it? That physicality we know and love was back, and as a coach you would be really happy with that. The second quarter was actually 1-1 apiece, so they've completely nullified that quarter. They just need to make up some ground on them now.
They've stopped the bleeding. This sets up a brilliant premiership quarter here. The Sharks looking to go back into attack though. Ball comes off the chest of a Sharks player on that occasion. Aspley looking to clear. Oh, Barron with the tackle. Great effort by Barron. Locks the ball up at half forward. Just quickly go through some goal kickers. Welsh has got 3. Gregory's got 1. Baldwin's got 1. And Van der Weel for the Hornets have got their solitary goal. 32 points the margin in favour of the Sharks. Good tackling pressure there from the Hornets. That's on the footy. And they'll try and clear from half back. That wind's still blowing. It's been blowing all day. Play came off the bench there. Again, though, 3-on-1, 4-on-1 in favour of the Sharks. Good defensive effort. That's on the footy. Paid advantage, though. Not quite sure why. I think the umpire's going to call that one back. That's a smart move.
That's reasonable. She did stop when he tried to pull her back, so the advantage was not quite fair.
Free kick's gone to Van der Weel, the solitary goal scorer for the Hornets today. Played a pretty good game. Short kick option used. Ball just in front of the boundary line. Could have got legged to the Sharks player on that occasion. Play on, says the umpire. Ball gets forced over.
That's a really good matchup, Emma Suckley and Isabel McDonough. I would like to see them continue to go at it for a little bit.
That's just about matchup of the day, I'd say, between those two. Neither player wants to take a backward step. Rucks go up. Good tap work there from the Sharks. Finds a teammate. Kick down the line. Looking for Barron. Comes off her shin. That ball's travelled about 30 metres and still found a teammate. Kick into open space. Great pick up there. That was Baldwin. He's kicked to a goal already this afternoon. Almost got shut down. Ball ends up back with Watt. Watt kicks to half forward. Ball rolling around. Trying to keep the ball in front. Could have been holding. No, says the umpire. That's a great tackle. Holding the ball. And again, the defensive efforts from both sides have been really good this afternoon, but Southport seem to be popping out at the perfect time to lay a tackle inside attacking 50. And this is to the 3-time goal kicker. Welsh has got it again. Welsh about 35 out, 30 to 35. Looking for goal number 4. Comes in. That's right to the line. Just drifting to the left. Minus score.
It's interesting. It's a lot timing in footy, isn't it? Both teams have only lost 2 pieces, but Southport's were both very early on in the season, and Aspley's have kind of been later on in the season. So it's all about hitting your steps at the right time.
Well, Southport on an 11-game winning streak going into this final. That kick to the pocket rolls over the boundary line. And you look on the other side of the ledger, Aspley won the first 9 games of the year and lost a couple in the space of 3 games. So both sides, again, have been the 2 most dominant sides in the competition. They've only lost 2 games each this season, and one of those 2 has gone against their direct opponent today. This play continues. Sharks looking to clear. Umpire's found a free kick. That's going to go to the Sharks.
Emma Suckling just got landed on in the back.
Emma Suckling, she's had a really good day this afternoon. Kick to about 25 out. Good defensive mark there from the Hornets. Kicks out wide. That ball's going to beat them over the line. No, it doesn't. Good effort there. Kick up the line is good. Playing in front. That's better ball movement from the Hornets. That's Perry. A little bit quiet today, but considering the amount of possession the Sharks have had this afternoon, that kicks out wide. That's out on the ball. That's out on the full, says the umpire.
Unlucky. The umpire was literally metres away, though, so she got the best. And they've given away a free
Now that's the new rule that's come in. Actually gave the ball to the umpire instead of the Southport player. Instant 50.
It's a rough one, isn't it? As a player, like, sometimes you're disappointed in the call itself. You're not exactly thinking.
This is Suckling again. Kicks to the goal square. Ball comes to the front. Aspley desperately trying to hold them out here. Good run off half back. Kicks to the middle of the ground. No one at home for the Hornets. Great bounce of the footy, though, in favour of the Hornets. The Sharks look to rally. Good tackling pressure. That's got to be holding the ball. No, says the umpire.
Flattery did really well then. That was double effort. She was seriously outmanned, so a ball up is great outcome for the Aspley.
Since quarter time, she's been really good, Flattery, for the Hornets. Ball gets to the front. Again, trying to break through the tackle. Good tackle laid. That ball's not going anywhere. That was Tyson trying to break through the pack. Good tackle laid there by, that was Georgia Davies. Not breaking her tackle too often. As play continues, again, they've got the outnumber here, the Sharks. Good handball out a little bit wider. That little right foot check side. Couldn't find a teammate though. That one got cut off by Danich. Danich kicks the ball back in board. She's had a pretty good afternoon today too, Pengelly. Not the best of kicks though. Got to be clean here to the Hornets. Good tackle there by the girl of the moment, Welsh today. Good defensive effort by the forward. Ball gets thrown up once more. Players come together. Ball gets to the right of the contest. Good handball out. They've got a bit of room to move, the Hornets. That kick inside attacking 50, one-on-one. Can't allow this ball to get over the back. Oh, great defensive effort by the Sharks defence. And they come out of trouble again. That kick out wide. They've got a little bit of space if they're good enough. Not the best of pickups. Players come together. Players dive on the footy. Gets held up on that far side wing.
That was extremely smart by Kaylee Kimber. Even though she was the spare down there, she let the one-on-one do their work and stayed, a handball out so that she was clear once they got it out to her.
Geez, kept the ball in front. Great attack on the footy from Kimber. She's very much in the mix for BOG this afternoon so far. That kick to half forward for the Sharks wasn't great. Gets cut off there at half back. That was Pengelly again. She's had a mount of ball this afternoon, especially since quarter time. Well, I reckon it was about 95% possession in favour of the Sharks. After that, it's been a bit of an arm wrestle. Play continues, trying to get the handball out. Really a handball to no one. Players come together. Aspley desperately trying to win possession of the footy. Can't on this occasion. That ball's going to get held up once more. Now, Sharks have still got that spare, about 3 kicks from this contest. Still haven't been able to match up on that spare behind the footy, have the Hornets. That hack kick isn't great. Now look at the run and carry. Decides to take a bounce. Handball over the back. He's going to continue the run. Got to give the ball back to her. And does. Got the spare inside 50. One-on-one. Who's going to win this? Ball gets over the back. Oh, great play there on the last line from the Sharks.
Aspley just had to win that one-on-one, didn't they?
And that was Priest on the last line. Play continues. The ball's moving at a frenetic pace. Aspley's got the spare at the back of the contest. Not the best of kicks. Southport turn it over. Hack kick into a bit of space. Aspley's got the spare behind the footy. Ball getting pushed towards the boundary line. Southport's first onto it. Oh, look at the handball out. That was brilliant. Sells a bit of candy as well. Kicked half forward. Looking for Welch. Juggling mark. Good effort. You got Barron running into the goal square. You've also got a spare in the pocket. Got to go to her. Decides to go short. Still got the spare in the pocket. Kicks it to it now. Oh, great close down pressure from the Hornets on the last line. Not the best of kicks. Barron trying to cut it off. Juggle, step, weave, dodge, right foot kick. Is that a goal? No. Out on the full. And I'll take a breath. Jeez. Great effort there on the last line. Who was that? That was Alana Perry.
They did well, didn't they? The spare was actually Southport's leading goal kicker. So if they had got it in any quicker, you know, that could have been dangerous.
Oh, the closing speed, being able to shut that down was brilliant by Perry. Had to go. And again, look at the players behind the footy here for Southport. They've got a line of them. There's 3 of them. The closest person to any of them is actually the umpire. As play continues, the Sharks.
That's discipline, isn't it? To let your player go and just stand out and say, I know where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing my job.
Suckling was good there in the contest. Suckling again. Not the best choice of handballs. Aspley looking to attack, and again, look at the line. Almost lost a footing there. Is going to use it a handball. Handballs it off. Speaking of Suckling, running outside 50. Good kick! And got taken out after the kick. Surely that's downfield, and is. And guess who it is? It's Welsh again. Suckling, how good was that?
She's great. She's just got absolutely great running ability. Like her leg work just gets her everywhere as a winger, and extremely composed with the ball.
And had the poise to drop the eyes and hit the target. Welsh, again, lining up for goal number 4. Leans back on the kick, but it's there. Players come together. Well, the Aspley players not too happy with the treatment. Tallis giving Welsh a bit of a shove after she kicked the goal.
Well, that's what happens when you're on the losing end, doesn't it? You get a little bit frustrated, and if you can't beat them on field, you start to get that argy-bargy going.
And that's what you don't want. You need a runner from Aspley just going out. Just take a breath. Stay calm. They're trying desperately to try and wrestle that momentum back. They probably didn't take full advantage of the wind in that second quarter. They only managed to kick the 1 goal. They stopped the bleeding, but didn't kick a lot of goals themselves, like the Sharks did in the first quarter. Speaking of the Sharks, looking to clear now. Again, players come together. That handball's to no one. Finds a Hornet. Kick to half forward, one-on-ones. Juggling attempt at the mark. Oh, great step back in board. Got the spare player. Look out, you could be gone. No, got a spare player out wide. Oh, fumble. Handballs it back to a teammate. Running inside 50. Left foot off the side of the boot. Rolling towards the boundary line.
That was excellent work by O'Flattery, wasn't it? Not only did she have the composure to look for a spare player and get it to her, she then kept running and got it back herself.
Again, the extra effort. Second, third, fourth efforts. There's a number of players from Aspley that have really picked up their game since quarter time, and it looks like it's actually a free kick going to the Hornets right on the boundary line on that far side. This will take a massive kick. Left foot to the goal square. Who's there for the Hornets? Ball gets over the back. No one really at home. Guess who it is? It's a Shark. Pushing the ball forward, keeping it in front. That's great effort by the Shark on that occasion. Got the handball out. This is Suckling again. Kicks the ball to the middle of the ground. Unfortunately, gets cut off. That's Lanigan again for the Hornets. Kicks the ball short, finds a teammate. This is just about the best player on the ground, Pengelly, for the Hornets. Where to go from here? Equal numbers inside attacking 50. Finds a lead. Didn't take the mark though. Good tackling pressure. The Hornets trying to close the space. The Sharks desperate to try and get a bit of room to move. And they do now. Kick to the far side wing. It's equal numbers. Tap the ball forward towards the boundary line. Got to try and force this ball out, but the Sharks keep it in. Handball back in board. Can't find a target. Handballs it backwards. Handball, handball, handball. That's all they're doing at the moment. That hat kick to half forward. Ball gets over the back. It's a one-on-one. Who's going to win the foot race? Good pickup. Good closing speed by Welsh. Forces the ball loose. Welsh might end up with it here. Couldn't get to the contest. Lays another good tackle. That could have been a throw. No, says the umpire. And the Hornets look to come out of trouble again. But look who it is. Southport's got a couple of extra numbers. Oh, great pressure there from the Hornets, though. Keep the ball in front. Got a teammate coming off the bench. Got a user. Oh, good closing tackling there from the Sharks.
That was great work by McDonough, wasn't it? If she just had got that tap out, you know, you had that player coming off the bench, but she did absolutely outstanding, outnumbered.
Had to try and lock the ball in and not give away holding the ball. As play continues out, Southport attack it hard. Got the handball out. Left foot kick down the line. Got a couple of extra numbers here to the Hornets. Got to use them. Runs off. Handball back in board. Not quite sure where to go. Oh, guess who it is? Suckling. All over it this afternoon. Great effort there. The Sharks got the spare number back in board. Goes back to her. Kick is okay. That's Brown. Brown, middle of the ground. Finds Watt. Watt, great vision out wide. That's Baltise. Baltise kicks the half forward. No one really at home for the Sharks. Oh, drop the head. Drop the mark. Ball gets over the back. First onto it, though. Good second effort. And kicked to open space. Who's going to win the foot race here? You've got a Shark out there. Looks like Milne. Milne finds a teammate. Good 20-metre kick. Kick to half forward. Plenty of numbers for the Hornets. Ball gets over the back. Trying to lock the ball in now. That ball's not going anywhere. About 45, 48 metres out from the Sharks' goal. Welsh has got 4 goals this afternoon out of 7. She's had a great day in front of goal. Aspley, again, no room to move. Tried to get the handball out. Players come together. Bit of a wrestling contest out there. That hat kick is gone out on the full.
Probably a good time for us to mention now that Em Norton of Aspley is back out on the field. So we did notice at halftime she was getting taped up in that, but no serious injury, which is good to report.
Round the grounds, Bond University, 6-5-41 leading Cooperoo 2-2-14. Look to be dominating that contest as well. Bond Uni, premiers from last season, looking to go back to back. But we're back to the action here. Southport and Aspley. Aspley. It's getting to desperate times here. Good juggling attempt at the mark, but dropped it. Came to the front. Welsh on the right foot, kicks to the goal square. Players come together. Can't allow this to get over the back, and doesn't. Kicks the ball out wide. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Kept the ball in, but the handball forced over the boundary line.
Interesting play by Aspley, isn't it, to see Southport's hold this line with 3 spares, and it's interesting to watch how Aspley are just letting them do it and using the numbers around the contest.
And McDonough is desperately trying, you'd almost like at least one of them to go, okay, I'm going to stand in between 2 of you.
Yeah.
Just to put a doubt in the back of their minds, because at the moment they're just sitting back waiting for the ball to come to them.
Make it a 2-on-1, you're right.
Bit of tunnel ball there from the Hornets, trying to clear the ball. What is there again from the Sharks? Handball it backwards before going forwards. Not the best of kicks, not quite sure where they were going with that, but they do have the spare couple of numbers. Behind the footy do the Sharks, looking for Watt, up the ground. Good mark taken. Welsh, about 35 out, got a 1-on-1. They decide to go out wide. Welsh still leading. Not going to go to her. Getting a bit of treatment off the footy is Welsh. Kick to basically where Welsh was. Ball gets over the back. Not the best of handballs. Guess who it was? Suckling got the handball out. Now they're under the pressure of the Hornets. Hat kick is going to find a teammate at halfback. Oh, not the best of kicks, though. Putting themselves under perceived pressure. Handball back in board. The Sharks are smelling blood in the water. The Hornets hanging on for dear life. Kicks the ball out wide. They seem to be covering the ground well, other Sharks. Not the best of handballs. Fumbles. Kick off the ground. And again, it's almost training drill stuff here for the Sharks at the moment. Ball gets to the front. Hornets first onto it. Smart kick finds a teammate on the last line. And that looks like it's hung. Now,
That was an interesting one.
what happened there? I lost that. I didn't.
Aspley player did kind of mark it, but then the Southport player came in with the hands and marked it as well and took it right out of her hands. So it was, I think she just tried to call the mark herself, but no, the umpire was onto that.
No, Pittman was good on the last line. The mark was paid for playing in front. Speaking of playing in front, who's that down there? That's Ship. That's the captain. Hasn't had a lot of footy this afternoon. Kicks the ball back in board. Suckling's there from the Sharks over around the footy. The Sharks, though, desperately winning possession as the siren goes. For three-quarter time, they've increased their lead from half-time. 7-4-46, 39-point leaders. Aspley, 1-1-7. And we're quickly going to go through some of the goal kickers. I might have actually missed one across the board, so keep an eye on that. We've got Welsh with 4, Gregory with 1, Baldwin with 1, and there's one more.
Steph O'Brien.
And Steph O'Brien had 1. And on the other side of the coin, Vanderweel is still the solitary goal kicker for the Hornets. Well, it's three-quarter time here in the qualifying final. Up for grabs is a spot in the grand final in a couple of weeks' time, and at the moment, looks like Southport is going to be the team going through. We'll take a breath, ladies and gents. We'll be back for the last quarter of the final. Coming to you live from Frank Hauser Reserves. We'll be back after the short break. And welcome back, ladies and gents, to this qualifying final for the Bond University QAFLW. Coming to you live from Frank Hauser Reserve between the Sharks and the Hornets. The Sharks, well, since quarter time, they were red hot, but afterwards it's been basically an arm wrestle between these two. But the Sharks have maintained that lead, 7-4-46 to 1-1-7. My name's Kane Brand, joined back in the comm area by Sky Burgess. And Sky, this sets up a brilliant last quarter.
It does. Like I said, if you take out that first quarter, it's been close. So let's see if they can tighten that lead.
Here we go. The Hornets probably going to win the first clearance. Here's an opportunity. That kick inside, attacking 50. One-on-ones further down the ground. Brought the ball to the front. Oh, good contest there by the Hornets. Steps back, trying to find a right boot. Finds a teammate. That kick really to no one. And guess who it is? She's had a brilliant day this afternoon. That's Siobhan Ross. She's taken a number of marks on the last line. That kick's been cut off, though. The Hornets looking to go into attack once more. Not quite sure where to go here. Decides to go long. Good lead. Oh, great defensive effort. Comes to the front. Good front centre. Kicks to the goal square. Over the back. Couldn't take the juggling mark. The Sharks are first onto it. It's Ross again. Kick out wide, but unfortunately, that gets cut off. Right forward pocket and sets up an attempt at their second goal of the day for the Hornets. Probably had a bit more time there, Ross, to have a bit more poise. Unfortunately, hit the one opponent in between about three Sharks teammates. Comes in, right foot kick. It's there. That's goal number 2 to the Hornets. It's a good start to the last quarter. Have to keep a close eye on that. Not quite sure who kicked that goal.
No, I couldn't quite see from it. It's on the wrong side of the ground for us.
Of course it is. Keep a close eye on that. And of course, they don't like to turn around either while we're trying to work out who it is. Stand right in front of the goal square. But it's a good start to the last quarter. 2-1-13 to 7-4-46. 33 points the margin. 2 minutes played in the last quarter. And she actually just turned around. I believe it's Tyson down there, number 9. Yes, it is. Good goal there by Tyson. Here's a chance for the Hornets again. Trying to keep the ball in front. Players are going to come together here. Players go bang. Good defensive over there from the Sharks. Now they've got a bit of run and carry. Great run down tackle. That was a brilliant effort by Jamie Bryant. Ran 20 metres to chase that down. Laid a tackle. That's what coaches like to see. One-on-ones. They've still got a couple spare behind the footy, do the Sharks. Players come together, loss of footing. Pushing the back, says the umpire. Got a bit lucky on that occasion. Was Zarafa. She's had a pretty good day this afternoon as well. Decides to go long. Bit of an up and under kick. Guess who? It's Barron. Welch is streaming towards the top of the goal square. Need to go a little bit quicker there was Barron. Probably a bit impressed with herself for taking another great high-flying contested mark.
I think it's just another day at the office for her. This is a big kick, though, from 50 metres.
Oh, look at that for a kick.
There you go.
Smart. Well done to Dakota Barron. And finds a teammate. And that's Georgia Davies. Well, surprise, surprise. They've played a fair bit of footy together, have these two.
Young star to young star.
Georgia Davies hasn't got on the score sheet as yet. Comes in. Right foot kick. When it came off the side of the boot. Lucky to sneak in for a score at all. minor score. They moved to 7-5-47 to 2-1-13. Tick under 4.5 minutes played. Final quarter. Would have been interesting to be a fly on the wall at the Aspley huddle at three-quarter time. They've just got to try and get something out of this last quarter. A free kick. That was a good, actually, that was a good intercept mark there from Davies again. Players come together.
So she got the Queensland's MVP in the national championships this year, Georgia, so you can see why.
No, she's an absolute A-grade talent, that's for sure. That hat kick off the ground, back inside taking 50. Good defensive effort there was from Thompson. But again, they've been using this play all afternoon. Oh, look at the breakaway tackle. Kick back inside taking 50. They've got the spare though. Ball comes to the front. That could have been very dangerous there. Lucky not to give away the free kick. Ball gets shut down. Centre forward. Sharks forward 50. But again, this girl here, I tell you what, Kaylee Kimber.
Beast mode.
Absolute beast mode. Ball just rolling around. They had the spare out. Here's a chance for the Hornets though. Trying to find a teammate. And this has been their problem all day. As soon as they've looked up, there's been a line of Sharks defending. Got the handball out. Trying to find a teammate. Kimber's there again for the Sharks. Just off this contest. Ball gets held up. Not going anywhere.
We do have to keep an eye on Southport's Ruby Mitchell. She was the one that laid that massive bump down in the forward line, and she's just not long come back from a rib injury. So
surprise.
she's looking a little bit sore out there.
No, ribs take... I'm surprised she's back after having a rib issue. I had a couple of fractured ribs myself in the last 12 months. It is not fun.
It's not great for football either.
No, definitely not for football. As play continues, Southport looking to clear from their back line. Ball bounces up on its end. Kimber's there again. Couple of players over around the contest. Ball rolling towards the boundary line, trying to keep it in front. Forces the ball over. Oh, and deliberate, says the umpire.
Oh, I did think that when Megan just gave it a little bit of a toss along the ground.
Megan did everything trying to hide the fact. And I tell you what, we've got an injury here too from the Sharks.
Yeah.
Keep a close eye on that. That's Abby Pluples. Coming off the ground, very ginger there. Try and keep a close eye on that. Aspley has turned it over again though. Kimber. Bit of a 9-iron slice for those golf fans. That's gone out on the full. Aspley looking to go back into attack. If they're going to make a move, they need to do it now. Kick back and board was okay. That fine Lilu Hung. Not the best at kicks. Oh, clears everyone though. That was a bit of a throw off the ground. Play on, says the umpire. Just handballs it into space. Ends up in the hands, but again, on this broadcast side. And was that the coach trying to take a specky there on the boundary line?
It was. He just wants to get involved, I think. We love it.
Best touch of the footy he's had all day. Play continues. That's not the best of kicks. Gets cut off again by the Sharks. This girl here is very quickly moving into my best on ground calculations. Suckling is going to end up with it here. Oh, not bit of a juggle. That ball gets kicked off the ground. And again, give them a bit of credit and they fumble the footy.
It does look to be good news for Southport. Abby Pluples just seems to have some cramping. She went straight to the pickle juice when she went off and she's having a stretch now.
Gee, she looked like her legs were not bending when she was coming off the ground. She was in a whole lot of grief. But that's good news. The Sharks now, bit of run and carry, decides to use a teammate. Kick to centre forward. This is Barron again, playing in front. Almost volleyballed the ball to herself. That kick inside attacking 50, holding up with a breeze. You don't want this ball getting over the back. Good tackle laid.
Captain's move.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Ship laying a good defensive tackle in the forward 50. they'd be dominating that stat this afternoon, trying to lock that ball in, give themselves the best opportunity for shots on goal. Speaking of tackling, good effort there by the Hornets, keeping the ball in somehow. Ball just rolling about an inch away. Oh, guess who it is? Suckling. Kicks to the goal square. Clears everyone, though. There's plenty of room to run if the Hornets are good enough. That's a great kick back in board. And this girl here, McDonough, is just about my best on ground for the Hornets this afternoon. She's been great since quarter time.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. She's been mine as well.
Trying to get the team back into the contest. Here's a bit of space. The Hornets. Again, a little bit of a fumble, the worst possible time. Handball's back in board, looking to find a teammate. Guess who it is? Can't believe this girl. She has been dominating down this end of the ground, and Kimber keeps the ball in front, but again, kicked out on the full. I'm trying to remember how many one-on-ones she has lost this afternoon, Kimber. I don't think I can find one.
None, yeah.
Closing speed has been brilliant. I need to take a break from calling this girl's name.
Well, what's she doing in there? She's at the wrong end of the ground.
Oh, she's still holding those ribs too. She's really starting to struggle at the back of this game. Trying to stand upright. Good luck with that with a sore rib. Got the handball out. That was Watt again. A little bit quiet since quarter time, but she's still been a solid performer. They've got some numbers behind the footy. Kick to the last line. This is Thompson. Thompson decides to switch them the corridor. And Kimber too, almost playing centre forward. There is not one player forward of half forward for Southport at the moment. They're all behind the footy. Aspley desperately trying to break through. They're trying to go through them rather than around them. That's a good kick.
I like that from Aspley, that switch, just get it out into space and come in another direction. It just opened it up for him.
This is Jessica Davey. She's been a good representative for the Hornets this season. Comes in, right foot. Look at that for a kick. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Davey. That's the first goal for her this afternoon.
Different quarter this quarter. What is it? Aspley to Southport yet to score.
And again, you've got to try and find little wins somewhere. And again, it's easy to have a couple of spare players behind the footy, but like you said, Sky, when you change the angles like Aspley did on that occasion, they don't have the opportunity to set up that kick straight down the line. And a good kick inside 50 found Davey, and it was a great finish in the end. Well done. 3-1-19, still trailing the Sharks. 7-5-47. 28-point margin in favour of the Sharks. Beautifully set up with that first quarter effort. And again, Suckling got the handball out. Two players on the ground, though. Keep an eye on that, Sky. I'll keep an eye on the play. Play continues. Kick towards half forward. First on order are the Hornets across half back. Handball back end board. Couldn't find a teammate. Welch was there for the Sharks. Couldn't cut it off. Hornets looking to get a bit of open space. Players still slow to get up in the middle of the ground. Players come together. Good tackle laid. Holding the ball, says the umpire. Free kick to the Hornets. Players still slow to get up. The umpire's finally seen it. Decided to call time off.
It's Maddie Watt. She's got a reputation for being an absolute animal. She's a beast. So she takes out players, including her own.
She's jumping on land. She's been jumping on landmines all afternoon, has Watt.
She's great to have on your team, but it can be a hazard. We've had a couple of split open eyebrows from her, and she has no off switch, but that's why she's got that tackle pressure and absolute strength over the ball. Setting
the example. Kimber got hit hard after she kicked the footy too. She's very slow to get up, trying to take deep breaths. She could be the end of this contest, though. She's that spare behind. She's going to have to put her body on the line again, but that's a free kick to Aspley. Down the ground. One-on-one. Got to move the ball quickly here somehow. Lead out from full forward. Decides to double back. That's what Farah. Again, leading to the corridor. No big bodies there for the Hornets at full forward. Good mark! Well, they said there were no big bodies. But I tell you what, Kawa just stood tall and went, thank you very much.
This is great. I think you may be seeing see Southport fatigue a little bit. You know, they've come out so strong and had the work rate, but I think Aspley are taking advantage of them dropping off now.
Kawa comes in, kicks the goal. Well, since quarter time, where the Sharks just dominated their first quarter, has been a real arm wrestle for the rest of the game. They've kicked their fourth, they'll have the Hornets.
So if you take out that first quarter, it would be Southport 2-2, Aspley 4-1. So that's a big difference, and just goes to show how much that first quarter is important. Getting that jump in finals, it's so hard to come back from once they've got that lead.
So, sorry, my eyes were wider than they.
They shock you with that stat.
They did. Oh, did you what? Geez, dishes. I think that's what I meant to say. I'm getting tongue twisted. I'm still staggered at that stat. That is a ridiculous stat from Sky. But it shows you, Aspley have been really good after quarter time. The Sharks would be thinking, thank Christ for that first quarter lead, as they try and come out of trouble again through Kawa. They've got a bit of run and carry. You're right, Sky, in this last quarter. Who's going to win this contest? Oh, guess who it is. Cross half back. That was brilliant by the Sharks. That was Kimber again.
And see how quickly she's got back to her position as well.
Oh.
She is absolutely outstanding today.
And again, they haven't been able to match up on her all afternoon. They're going to bypass her on this occasion, though. Can't let this ball get over the back. Somehow Watt has ended up back on the ground. She seems to be okay. That hack kick, juggling attempt at a chest mark. No one can win possession of the footy. Hack kick off the ground, and Barron playing in front. It's great when you can look up and see a massive marking option in front of you to kick to. That's probably where Aspley's been lacking a little bit forward of the footy all day. That marking option, or at least turn it into a 50-50. And in the space of about 5 seconds, Barron's gone from centre-half back straight back to a usual centre-half forward. Ball rolling around. I don't run that far on my holidays. Play continues. That kick forward, that's okay to Welsh. We got a couple of knees in the back. She's cramped up as well. That calf is cramped up well and truly for Welsh.
I'd be getting a handball
Oh.
off her. Just get rid of it.
Don't expect her to kick the footy, surely. Someone's got to try and get the handball out. She's going to kick the footy. Steps back in board. Good luck feeling the bottom part of your leg after that kick. Ball rolling around. Aspley first onto it. Good effort there. And again, these players are dead on their feet in this last quarter. Slow to get up off the ground.
Bit of friendly fire on
Friendly
Aspley's
fire on that
half.
one. And again, this set up behind the footy. This has been a great coaching effort by the coaching staff of the Sharks. Peter Doherty, take a bow. You've been brilliant this afternoon.
And you know what? I think she can get away with one bung kick after goals and her cramping.
Her foot's been on fire all afternoon.
She did come off at a similar time as Pupils earlier and was kind of looking a little bit limp, and I wondered whether something was wrong. So she's been hanging on a while.
Still got an Aspley player, very slow to get up. Keep a close eye on that, Sky, as play continues. They're taking a few more risks now, have the Hornets. 4-1-25 to 7-5-47. 22 points the margin. Well, I'm gonna get back to that as play continues. Oh, Barron just absolutely poleaxed the Aspley player on that occasion. You know those moments in the game, you actually look up to release a bit of aggression, and then the only person in front of you is like the biggest, strongest, scariest player on the ground, and you go, what the hell did I do that for? As play continues, good tackle.
Don't they say it's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog?
Oh, yeah, but sometimes you go, right, I'm gonna push someone, and then you go, oh crap.
Whoops.
Not the best idea, as a shepherding free kick has been given in the ruck contest. It's going to go to Aspley. They're moving quickly now. Look at the run and carry, but again, the last possession has sort of been laying them down all day. Suckling. Welsh again. According to someone who's looking like, yeah, she's still cramping in that left calf. And that kick showed it. Play continues. Got the handball out somehow. But again, these players are so tired at this stage of the game. They've put everything into this game. Ball gets over the back. Shocking bounce of the footy. Kick out wide to half back. I reckon everyone's just desperate for the siren to go. The play hasn't really stopped for the last 5 minutes. Ball rolling out. Gets to a Sharks defender. Oh, good luck marking this. Look at the players come together here. Hacks the ball forward. There's the siren. Finally. Look at the players out on their feet. Great effort from both sides. The first quarter, Sharks absolutely dominated. First quarter was 5-2-32 and Aspley didn't score. And the end score here, 7-5-47, Aspley. They've still got the double chance, 4-1-25. And Sky, what'd you think of that game?
Look, they're just phenomenal, aren't they? Like, I try not to be biased, but watching that first quarter especially, they're just such an impressive unit. They've got depth of talent, they're well coached, they're strong and they're speedy. They are certainly hard to beat. And now we're going to have 2 Sharks teams in the grand final. It's hard not to let my happiness ooze through the headset.
No, well, look, we'll quickly go through some goal kickers here. Aspley, again, like we said, after quarter time, they were pretty good trying to get the momentum back. We'll go through their goal kickers first. We've got Carwar with 1, Tyson with 1, Vanderweel with 1, and Davey with 1. And on the other side of the coin, Welsh was brilliant in front of goal, kicked 4 goals. Gregory, the deputy vice captain, kicked 1. And Baldwin ended up with 1, and O'Brien ended up with 1. But just quickly, before we go, question without notice, who's your 3-2-1?
Oh, okay. I reckon 3's got to be Kimber for me. She's just so impressive. You can almost bet the ball's going her way, she's going to win the contest, and that's such a rare quality. I reckon you got to give 2 to Alana Welsh. And number 1, I'd have either, I reckon McDonough. Yeah, I was going to go either Dakota Barron but I just think McDonough was, for me, the best on for Aspley by far. Good running speed, got everywhere.
I think you're definitely right. She had to sneak into that 1 vote, I think. McDonough was 1. Look at the Southport girls in the middle ground celebrating, getting the group photo. Aspley players are in a huddle a little bit further along, trying to get the spirits up. It was a pretty good performance after quarter time. The Sharks have been dominant. Quickly, my 3-2-1. Look, there's a number of players you could give it to. Kaylee Kimber, you're right. I had to give her the 3 votes. I've got a little bit different, I believe, with number 2. I've given Emma Suckling 2 votes. I thought she was absolutely dominant when Aspley started to try and get back into the game. That momentum was starting to swing a little, and Suckling was the one getting to the bottom of the pack. Looks like one of the Aspley players has literally limped onto the ground with crutches and a full leg brace, which is shocking news for them.
I was just pointing at Emma Suckling.
Emma
as
Suckling.
You were talking about her number 2 vote, she was on the opposite side of the ground talking to her family and being called over by the Southport girls to come into the club rooms. But you should finish your 3, 2, 1. So that's the only reason I was pointing to her.
Look, I had to give Suckling the 2 votes. I thought she was brilliant, and the number 1 vote for me, like you said, Sky McDonough. I couldn't look past it. There could have been a number of players from Southport you could have given it to.
Yeah.
But McDonough was brilliant for Aspley. Well, Aspley get a second chance. They're going to play the winner, and it looks like it's going to be Bond University, 10-7-67. Cooperoo, 2-3-15. So it looks like it's going to be season over for Cooperoo, who's had a brilliant 2024. So next week, it looks like you're going to have the Bond University versus Aspley Hornets to get that next place in the grand final. But it's all about the Sharks this afternoon. They were brilliant in that first quarter and set up the win. Well, it's all about over here at Frankhauser Reserve. Thank you very much, Sky, for your contribution this afternoon. As the sun starts to set on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, my name's Kane Browning. Stay tuned next week for more QAFLW finals action, and hopefully we'll join you then. Have a good afternoon.